Whew. Uh, wow. Akame ga Kill Episode 1 Review. Not sure what the English of this is, but I'm going to check it out right now, though. So, yes, Akame ga Kill Episode 1. Literally meaning Red Eye Killer or Akame Slashes. Okay. It's finally here. My most hyped anime of the season. One of my most hyped anime of... Actually, might so far have been my most hyped anime of the year. Okay. It's, at least so far, is finally here. And this first episode was amazing. Like, seriously, there's seriously nothing else to say about it other than that. This episode was amazing. Like, there was a lot of comedy in it as well. You know, it wasn't completely dark, but it was still really fucking dark. Especially at the end, okay? And, oh my god, this first episode's called Kill the Darkness. Man, this is gonna be great, isn't it? If you don't know, this series has already been confirmed for 24 episodes, which is gonna be really good. It's gonna be a 2-tier series, so hopefully it won't be rushed or anything. I've heard that this episode actually follows the manga fairly well as 2, which is good if that's the case. Okay. So what's this episode about? Well, first let's get into the technical stuff first. So the animation is amazing. Best animation of the season so far. I'm not kidding. The animation, the sheer level of animation in this episode is fucking outstanding. Like, not nearly as good as the trailer, mind you, but that's probably for 2 reasons. One, they usually put their best animation in the trailer. Like, I've even heard cases where they actually reanimated scenes for trailers just so it's better in the trailer. I'm not kidding. I don't remember which series actually did that. It was one that came out a long ass time ago. But anyways, though, I've heard them doing that before. I don't know if they did it here, but I've heard them doing that before, so obviously it's going to be better in the trailer. But also, this series, as I said before, wasn't completely dark, and all it had was fighting. There was a lot of comedy here, too. Okay. But the animation was still very good. I honestly think it's the best animation of the season so far of the series I've seen, which include, so far at least, Akame ga Kill, Barakamon, Alden Oha Zero, Shonen Hollywood, Sword Art Online 2, and Bishoujo Sensei Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon Crystal. I believe those are the only ones I've seen so far from this season, and, well, out of all of them, at least, this, I feel, has the best animation, so, yeah. Woohoo. Also, the music is really fucking good, too. I really love the ending, but that opening was incredible. I recognize the singer, too, in fact, and I'm going to look at that real quick, because I recognize this person, I'm pretty sure, who sung the song in the opening. And it's someone who I love the music of. The opening song's performed by Sora Amamiya. I don't recognize the name, but I'm pretty sure I recognize the voice, though. But it was incredible. The song was so amazing. Like, I could listen to that song so much. And the visuals added to the opening just makes it that much better, in my opinion. Okay? And, of course, the music inside the actual content of the anime itself was really good, too. You know, comedic when it needed to be, but also very dark when it needed to be as well. It fit the mood perfectly. Whew. And I also really enjoyed the art. I love how smooth the art actually looks. That's my favorite kind of art in anime, so I'm really glad they went with that instead. Anyways, though, now let's get to the actual episode itself. Our main character is a young boy named Tatsumi. No last name as of yet, and we don't really know what... I don't really think he's an assassin, although he is very skilled with the sword. I mean, in the opening scene, he took out a giant fucking a giant fucking dragon single-handedly with just his sword. So he's definitely has a lot of fucking skill. Okay. And he ends up meeting this woman named I forget what her name is. It will take me a while to learn the names as always, but she basically this like yellow-haired, big-breasted woman and he tells her that he wants to get to the capital for some reason, and she agrees to help him. She says that she knows someone who can help him if he gives him enough money, but she says that. But before she actually gives him this information, she says that he has to treat her to a meal. So he does. She gets drunk. She leaves, and hours later he finds out that he was fucking swindled by her. Yeah. Although later on we learn that she's from an assassin organization known as Night Raid. And as soon as he gets to the capital, he ends up sleeping on the side of the road because of this girl, and because he's broke and whatnot now. And so this like princess, or this I don't think she's actually a princess, but this lady, this little girl who's riding in a carriage that some guards are driving, ends up stopping to pick him up because apparently she can't resist stuff like that. She has to help people and whatnot. Blah blah blah. Sounds very noble if you ask me. So then they go to the capital together, and her father agrees to allow her to stay the night, or to stay over there for a while. However, then Night Raid ends up attacking, and at first, Tatsumi is up against them. Alright, fighting against them, but then they reveal something extremely dark. They open up the shed, and there's a whole bunch of tortured bodies. Apparently this family, it's basically a family of sadists. Essentially, they love torturing people brutally before killing them and whatnot. And this girl at first acts like she's all innocent, but then she finally fucking snaps, and it turns out that she's involved with it as well. She's not innocent in this. And actually, earlier on in the episode, we learned that two of his friends, they were basically missing. He didn't know where they were at, and he finds out that they were actually in there because earlier that day he told them about those two. And the father said they basically compile a team together to hunt them down. Well, apparently they found them, which probably shouldn't have happened for their own sakes. The girl was basically tortured to death, and the guy was almost tortured to death, and he did end up dying in the end, but he was basically keeping himself alive out of sheer willpower alone. Okay. And so then the girl finally snaps, and Tatsumi decides to kill her himself. And then, basically, that big-breasted, red-haired chick gets in her head that Tatsumi should join the Night Raid, and so he's basically forced to at that point by her alone. And so he joins Night Raid, and then they head off. And that sums up what happened in this episode. I have high expectations for the series, but it's only episode 1. I really should not get my expectations up so high, because if it stumbles down, I'm going to be more disappointed if I do. But this episode was still amazing. I have to, even though I'm well aware that it could go downhill at any time, I have to give credit where credit is due. Okay, I really do. But like I said earlier in this review, from what I heard, this episode did follow the manga very well. I have not read the manga yet, and I'm probably going to refrain from it until the series is done. And then if I liked it enough, actually, even if I thought the series was shit, I would still go to the manga to see if it's any better. But I'm not going to read the manga and watch the anime simultaneously if I haven't even started reading the manga yet. I think that'd just be dumb. So I'm going to wait till the anime's done airing first. And it's going to be 24 episodes long, so It's gonna last through the fall, and possibly, yeah, it doesn't say how long it's gonna last here, but possibly a week or two into the winter. Not too sure, but anyways, though, I very much love this episode. Like, really, I think the best part about it was definitely the animation. The animation was so amazing, and normally I don't like it when like a series tries to fit comedy into a dark episode, just simply because it usually doesn't work right. But I felt that it worked right in this sense because, unlike a lot of series, this series didn't like try to put any comedy into the dark scenes. Oh no, quite the opposite. In fact, when it got dark, it got fucking dark. Like, I just love that girl. How when she finally snapped, her voice sounded all demonic and stuff, and you really knew that there was no saving her. Oh my god. It was kind of weird though because I expected the same thing to happen to the father before he was killed, because the father was killed by that big-breasted, yellow-haired chick. I still don't remember her name. Wait, is her name right here? Her name's Arya. Alright, yeah. The father's killed by Arya. Basically, his neck's crushed by her. I expected his voice to go demonic and stuff, him start yelling and stuff too, but he actually didn't. I guess maybe he was trying to just play it cool with her, make her think that they got the wrong people, but clearly that didn't work. Okay. Anyways, though, this episode was great on all sorts of levels. Like, at first I was kind of wary going into it because I felt like they were kind of rushing it. Maybe not on a manga point of view, but on just a general point of view. But overall, it did make sense. Like, they probably didn't want to waste too much time on these other scenes. They want to just put them there so that and hopefully people would enjoy them. Put them at the pacing where people enjoy them, so that they could get to the dark scenes before the episode, or really just dark scene, before the episode ended. And I really like how they organized that. So, anyways, it's going to be it for my review of Akame Got Kill Episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Boy, did I ever fucking enjoy it. This was a great episode. I loved it. Anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.